Hey guys, Gaming Recipe here, and today we have an episode of One Man Army, the series where I bring you my A game in Battlefield 4 and talk about the weapon I use and also the pros and cons of this weapon. Today we're gonna talk about the Ace-52 CQB. Now for those who don't know what the initial CQB mean, it comes from close quarters battle, so this means that the Ace-52 is made for close range battle. The Ace-52 CQB is a variant of the Galil Ace series rifles, and the Galil Ace series of rifles are modernized versions of the original Galil design first developed in Israel. Okay, so let's now see the scientific part of this weapon. The Ace-52, unlike the other carbines, can do maximum damage of 34% in a distance up to 8 meters. This means that in a range of 8 meters you're gonna need 3 to 4 bullets to kill your opponent. But if you shoot an enemy who is in a distance of 8 meters and above, you're gonna need 5 to 6 bullets for a kill, because the maximum damage in that range is about 20%. And I say about because from 8 meters to 50 meters, the percentage of the damage that every bullet can make is different, so I don't want to be too scientific here, so let's just say that from 8 meters and above, the damage that the bullet can make is about 20%. Like in the most weapons in Battlefield 4, the bullet drop-off starts after 8 meters, which means that if you aim for the head in that range, the bullet will go to the head. But in a bigger distance, you will have to aim a little bit higher. The fire rate of Ace-52 is 650 rounds per minute, which is not the best thing, but with the highest damage of all other carbines, the time to kill somebody will be quite short. Now the muzzle velocity of Ace-52 is 400 meters per second, and of course if you have a silencer on, the muzzle velocity will drop to 270 meters per second. And this will make it even harder to shoot somebody, especially when he's moving. But bullet velocity is not a big deal for carbines. I mean, if you really need to kill anyone at that range, a sniper is perfectly capable of doing so and will not waste all of its bullets in the process. Another unique feature of this gun is that it has only 25 rounds in its magazine, plus 1 in the chamber. However, its low rate of fire will keep you from running out of bullets most of the time. I personally think that if this weapon had a bigger magazine and a lower recoil, it would be one of the best weapons in the game. Now be careful when you're reloading Ace-52 because it takes 3.1 seconds to reload the weapon when it's empty, and it takes 2.2 seconds to reload when some bullets are left in the magazine. That's why I suggest to reload when you still have some bullets left in the magazine. Now, with only 26 bullets, that's not an easy thing to do, so try not to waste your bullets and reload it in every chance. Now, the biggest problem of Ace-52 is its recoil, so it's better to shoot in burst mode at long-range targets, especially if you don't know how to control the recoil. It has a vertical recoil of 0.45 and a horizontal recoil of 0.25 to the left and to the right. So with that recoil, it's gonna be hard to shoot long distance targets. Now the first shot multiplier is 2.3, so this means that the first bullet that you will shoot will have a vertical recoil of 1.035 degrees. Now this can be a little bit confusing, so what you need to understand is that in every weapon in Battlefield 4 there is this annoying thing called recoil, which really is a small kick of your weapon every time you shoot. Sometimes it can be vertical and sometimes it can be horizontal. Now in Ace-52 you will not even notice the horizontal recoil because it's very small, but the vertical recoil is pretty big. And to make things worse, the first shot multiplier, which is the first kick of the first bullet that will come out of your weapon, will be even bigger, so it will pull up your weapon, and in result all of your bullets will go in upward direction. So that's another reason to shoot in burst mode with this weapon in long range targets. Of course you can lower your first shot recoil if you put an angle grip, or you can generally lower your recoil on this weapon by putting a stubby grip. Also, the hipfire on this weapon is not quite accurate because of its high spread of bullets, especially when you're moving, but you can always put a laser sight and try to improve the hipfire. Now, if you still haven't found the best attachments for you, you can always try the attachments that I use, and they work fine for me. As always, I tried a lot of different combinations of attachments, so I can assure you that the first attachment you will need to put on this weapon is Heavy Barrel, which will increase the accuracy of the weapon but will decrease the stability, so you simply put an angle grip or a folding grip and the stability will be okay. You can also try Heavy Barrel with Vertical Grip or Vertical Grip, and this will improve the hipfire of the weapon. And another combination of attachments that I used is Heavy Barrel with Potato Grip or Stubby Grip to again increase the accuracy of the weapon. For accessory, I would advise you to put a laser sight to improve the hipfire, and for optic, well, whatever you like, whatever you prefer. It really depends on what kind of player you are. If you're a run and gun kind of player, you could put the Chinese Coyote RDS, which I use, the American Reflex RDS, or the Russian Cobra RDS. If you prefer to camp in the bushes though, and try to kill your enemies in long range distance, I would advise you to try the Prisma or ACOG for medium to long ranges. The Ace-52 is a carbine, which means you can use it in whatever class and with whatever equipment you prefer. We can say that the Ace-52 is an Ace-23 with a bigger caliber, which means higher damage to the enemy, but as we said, it has a higher recoil and smaller magazine. The Ace-52 is a powerful weapon for close to medium ranges, but I would say it's pretty damn good for long ranges as well, especially if you combine it with the right attachments. There is another smaller version of the Ace-52 which is the carbine Ace-21 CQB, but we're gonna talk about it in another episode. Also, the Ace-52 can be compared with other carbines with big caliber, like for example the SG-55-3. Personally, I really enjoyed playing with this weapon. With this high of damage, you can kill anybody even in a long range, especially if you know how to control the recoil. And of course, you'll be invincible in close range battles. I recommend to everybody to try this weapon no matter which class you play, and definitely for me this is one of the best carbines in the game. So that's it guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like if you liked the video and subscribe for more reviews. Of course, if you can share it with your friends, that would be great. This is Gaming Recipe, see you next time.